Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing? And sorry for the confusion, the timing and
Don't
everything.
worry. Time zone, trying to translate is the worst. No problem. I'm glad we're here.
Oh yeah. Time zone. Because like in the summer it's like three hours different, and then in the winter it's like 4 hours different. Like
Yeah,
that's why I like the mix up and everything. Yeah.
yeah. No worries.
So how you doing? How
I'm
you
very
doing
well, thank
today?
you. I'm excited. I'm kind of mixed feelings. Like I'm excited for this session. I love
Oh
Creole
yeah.
languages and kind of spotting the origins and stuff. But I'm kind
hmm
of sad because it's the last one. I've really
Oh
enjoyed. I've got
yeah.
into the groove of all
I'm
of
the
these
last one.
sessions.
Wow.
Yeah. We're gonna go out with a bang.
So yes. So the first question, what you know about like Cape Verde?
I know that there is some Portuguese influence in terms of the language. Am I right in
Uh-huh.
thinking Cesaria Evora is from Cape
Yes.
Verde? Yeah. Okay.
She's like our
Um.
queen.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's a good start point then.
She's like our
What
culture
else?
queen.
I know that it's islands, plural, off the
hmm
west coast of Africa. And I
So you
think
ne-
that's kind of all I know.
so you never been to Cape Verde?
No, not yet.
Wow, you should come.
I would love to.
You should come to Cape Verde. When like you see these, like you should come to Cape Verde. Like so, hello everybody, and today I'm gonna talk like a little bit like it's kind of like superficial because if I talk like if like deep, like there's like a lot of stuff that I don't know about it because it's like the story is like huge. We're like small
Mm.
country, but like we had a huge history and like huge like Portuguese influence and like and slavery and then the liberty. So it's kind of like all like it's a big thing. So like for like to have like a deep thought about it, like deep understanding, like you have to do like the research and come to Cape Verde, go to the museum and then understand the story like in the full. So like you
Mm.
can get like the full knowledge of it. Okay. So we're gonna start with Cape Verde language and the culture. So I'm gonna start with like the culture and go with like a little bit of like each island, a little bit, right? So the national hero, Amilcar Cabral. We're gonna talk a little bit about the flag and the culture, the food, the music. The language is also inserted in the culture, but like since it's about the language, we're gonna like talk the language apart, you know, a little bit
Nice.
of the language. Okay. And this is our national hero. So basically, he born like in Guinea-Bissau in Bafata, right? And then his parent was like Cape Verdean, so he moved to Cape Verde in his early age. And then he he graduated in college in agriculture engineering, right? So but then he moved like to politician and he traveled to many countries in order to get like political knowledge, and then he came back and then he fought like from Guinea-Bissau and Cape Verdean independence, and later on in, if not mistaken, in 1973 he was like assassinated, and Cape Verde and Guinea-Bissau became independent in 1970. Basically the sad part is like he never end seeing like his the country he so fought for, the
Mm.
Cape Verde and Guinea-Bissau, become independent because he died like 2 years earlier. He was like assassinated.
And was he assassinated because of all of that work he was doing for the
uh i
independence? Was it
mean
like a
I mean, it's basically so that's like a mystery till today.
mm,
So that's like a mystery. Basically, like nobody knows who assassinated him. Like nobody knows, and I don't know if like anybody knows. So I cannot say that. You know?
mm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. But like it's like interesting story. Like we have like a museum that like show all his stories and everything he does. We have like his statue, his word, because he said he's fighting for like a better tomorrow for the kids to have like a better future and better tomorrow, like to be free. So that's what he fought like from Cape Verde and Guinea-Bissau.
It's
Yes.
always crazy to me how recent these like you feel like give freedom from Portuguese colonial rule and you feel like, oh yeah, that's in the past, and then it's like 1973, you're like, that's not that long ago. It's
No, it's
so
not.
crazy.
It's
Yeah.
it's not. Thinking like that, it's not. And then you'd be like, wow.
I
Yeah.
think as well in my head we're still at the year 2000 of numbers where like the 70s is like, okay, that's 30 years. No, it's
Yeah,
like 50.
exactly. Exactly.
So that doesn't help as well.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. So this is our flag. We Cape Verde and Guinea-Bissau had the same flag since independence, which is like
Mm.
1975 to like 1992. So we had the same flag. But then from the 1992, Cape Verde adopted the new flag, which is we have till today.
So
So we
was
can,
was
mhm.
Cape Verde and Guinea-Bissau, they were two countries after that
Yes.
independent. They was, but they just had the same flag. That's
Yes, we're like
cool.
two different countries.
Interesting.
Guinea-Bissau is like basically is legit in the coast of Africa, and then we kind of like a
Yeah.
little bit like farther, like in the middle of the ocean, like close to Guinea-Bissau.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. So
and
1992 wasn't independence for Cape Verde. It was just a new
no,
flag. It was
yeah, it
like
was
a
just a new flag.
yeah.
1992, it
Okay.
was just like we adopt like the new flag. Yes.
Okay.
So I know the picture's kind of like a little blur, but forgive
It's
me.
okay.
And so we have the 10 islands, which is we have like the two sides, the southern and the north. So we have the Barlavento Islands, which is composed for Santantão, São Vicente, Santa Luzia, San Nicolau, Sal, and Boa Vista, right? And then we have the Sotavento Islands, which is Brava, Fogo, Santiago, and Maio. Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
And we're going to talk a little bit about Barlavento Islands, right? Which is, so we have, as I said before, the Barlavento is composed by Santantão, São Vicente, Santa Luzia, San Nicolau, Sal, and Boa Vista. It's beautiful islands. Like, I've been
Where are
to
you?
Santa.
Are you biased? Do you have a
I'm
favorite?
like, I'm from Brava. I
Uh-huh.
kind of like live in Fogo for like a year and a half, but like I'm currently like in Praia for 8 years now because I come to
Okay.
college and then I just like stick here.
Yeah.
But like I went to San Vicente Island is beautiful. Mindelo, beautiful. Santanton also. Santanton is like for hiking and
Mm.
weather is beautiful. Like it's amazing. So we're gonna start from
Nice.
Santanton. And as you can see, like in the Fontainhas, this village is called Fontainhas. You can see like the house like legit like in the mountains. Like
Mm.
it looks like
Mm.
they're like in the cliff.
Uh-huh.
It's like so crazy. But like a lot of tourists goes there and they like take a picture, like they go visit there. And like it's a good place like for hiking. It's like a very mountain island. There's a lot of mountains and beautiful. It's beautiful for hiking. And in this time of the year, which is like rain season, it's green, it's beautiful because everybody like work on their fields in order like to grow plantations and stuff like that, which is we'll see like farther down. Okay.
Nice.
And then we have Mindelo. You can see this
Cesaria.
beach, this beautiful beach we call Lejinha Beach, and the city is like Mindelo. Okay, and the queen
Mm.
Cesaria Evra. Her she started like she's a modern singer. So modern is kind of like it's kind of like opera. It's like slow, like it requires like a high vocal tone. It's beautiful. Like you should hear like I don't know like do you ever hear her
Yeah,
music?
I had some. Yeah, so good.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I,
she's
I
beautiful.
knew through. Do you know Stromae from Belgium? He
Stromae?
has a song. Yeah, he's
Oh
really
no,
cool.
I
If
don't know Stromae.
he's a Belgian guy. He has a song called. I think the song is. It's either called. I think it's called Ave Cesaria is the name of the song, and
Mhm.
so he sings about her, and
Uh,
so I then looked into her. Yeah, so good.
yeah, so basically she it's kind of like they say like she put Cape Verde in the map with her music because
Mm,
a lot of people don't know where Cape Verde was until like Cesare came out with like her barefoot like
yeah.
dress and barefoot and start singing for like millions of people. like go abroad and like sing. Yeah. So like, and then like people start getting like where que ver that, where que ver that, where que ver that, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. And then there's like the beautiful city, and then she's like original from Mindelo. And now we go to Santa Lucia, which is like the desert island. So it's a desert. So nobody lives there. I don't know why, but I think like throughout the stories, because like the land is was so rough, you can barely like grow
Mm.
nothing, grow like no plantation and stuff like that.
Mm.
So today I think like only the fishermen would go there like to fish on a boat and go there like and fish, like stuff like that.
That's interesting how different they are. And so no one lives there, but
Yeah.
can you visit for like a day?
Actually, I don't know about that, but I
Mm.
think so. It's not dangerous,
Mm.
it's just like it's desert.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
take your supplies.
Like yes, it's
Yeah.
like you said, Cape Verde is like it's kind of like it's kind of like a country, but like every island has his own like
Yeah.
uniqueness, if I
Yeah.
can say that. Like they are all
Yeah.
different from each other in a way, but
Mm.
like we
Mm.
all understand each other. Yeah. And then we have San Nicolau.
Wow.
So I don't know much about San Nicolau, but like I know it's like a beautiful island. I actually have like a half sister that's like from San Nicolau. And then that's like the beautiful city of like Ribeira Grande in San Nicolau.
Mm.
And then it has like the Hotches. Hotches is like it's not it's mountains, but like they have like this certain shape as the formation. So it has like a
The one
beautiful
in this
shape. It's also
picture?
like yes, it's also like
Yeah.
you get like a lot of like tourist visits, like to see like the beautiful like mountain shapes and everything. And then they have this like rum, which is like we call grogu, also good. Santantão, I think like Santantão and San Nicolau, if I'm not mistaken, has the best grogu in Cape Verde,
Mm.
which is like rum. I think like it's known as rum,
Mm.
like we call grogu. Yep.
You call it grog.
Yeah, grog. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, we say that word as well for
yeah,
like alcohol. Yeah, in English.
yeah. And then Santa Maria. So Sal is known as we call it as a tourist island because it has like beautiful beaches. It has like resorts. It's like well visited for tourists when they look like for
Mm.
sun, for like chilling, for like nice beach and stuff like that. Yeah, they come to
Mm.
Sal and Boa Vista. They kind of like similar island. They get like a lot of like tourists, especially from Europe. They have
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of tourists, especially in the summer. Sometimes they escaping for like cold or something like that. They go to Salva
Yeah,
Vista. Yeah, as you can see
definitely
here,
will be.
the Santa Maria village, very beautiful. And then they have like a salt mine. See, as the
Is that
name
why it's
comes,
called
yeah,
Sal? Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
it's kind of like that. So they have like the salt mine, so it's that has like a lot of salt, and then they produce like
Mm,
salt from like entire country. Yeah, we
nice.
have Sal, and then we have Boa Vista. Okay, so and this is we have this is well visited as well. The ship that's like I don't know how to say the word though. It's dark. It's not dark. It's just
Um, like abandoned. Yeah, there's a better word. I
yeah.
can't think of what it
You got
is.
stuck in the sand. You got stuck in the sand.
Yeah,
As you can see,
like
like
a
the cargo
shipwreck.
ship. Yeah, shipwreck, exactly.
Yeah.
In 1968, while the route like to Genova, Italy, Buenos Aires, so the ship carried like very good. So it was like full of like products, like in order like to transfer it from one place to another. So it got sank in the sand. That's like how sandy the Boa Vista is, you know.
Mm,
And then like it's like as I told you, like it's similar to Sal. So Sal, hey, it got like it has like a lot of like resorts, like European people like they invested a lot in hotels and stuff like that. So there's like a lot of like hotels. I think like they even some stores they even like has like euros because like
oh,
we have
really?
our currency is like escudo. It was like I think like Salem Boa Vista. If you go to some stores, you can see the two prices like the escudos and the euros, like at the
Mm,
market, if I'm not mistaken.
mm,
And then we have the Sotavento Islands. which is composed by Maio, San Nicolau, Fogo, and Brava. So Ilha do Maio, so I went there but like just like for the afternoon, and I don't
Mm.
know much about it. But like one of my best friends actually from Maio, and today he lives in US. Yeah. But like this is like the church which is like symbolize the religion when like religion was like very a big part of like the also the culture, the Cape Verdean culture, because the I think like 99%, if I'm not mistaken, is like Christian in Cape Verde. The population is 99% of Christian, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm. Mm.
Okay. But like Ilha do Mar
Wow.
is also beautiful. It's like well visited as well. I
Mm.
think, yeah. And then we come to Santiago Island, where everything begins in Ribeira Grande, like where you see like the Pelourinho, we call it Pelourinho, where they use like to like put slaves like in the public area and everything. It's like rich in rich in history. You go to
Mm.
Cidade Velha, where everything begins. It's called Cidade Velha or Ribeira Grande.
Okay.
Yeah. And here we have the beautiful beach of Tarrafal. It's not like in Praia, which is Praia is the capital. It's like farther down in the other part of the island. Go there, like it's well visited as not as well. And then there's like a beautiful
Mm.
beach, and then like there's like histories. Has like in Praia, like everywhere you go has like its own history because it's like the first island being populated, and when everything like because
Right.
like the and Cape Verde is like such a well located because back in the days they used to bring like slaves here in order like to pick which slaves like it's like stronger, they can hold longer trips, so to go to Brazil, to go to US, to go to different other countries. So Cape Verde
Mm.
was seen as like an economic, as like well located economic strategy, something like that.
Mm. Mm. Like a
Yeah,
stop point en route,
exactly. Stop point. They
which I guess
feel they
explains
come
how the
to
ship
exactly,
crashed as well. Yeah.
exactly. So that's like a part of it. And this is like this is the center. This is the capital. This is just like a square town, like in Praia City. It has like many of like the colonizer statues here. Like
Mm.
I mean the discoverers. Okay, and then you can see there's like the museums and everything, like it's rich in stories like here in Praia.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah,
Cool.
then we move to Fogo Island, which is the volcano island. As you can see here, the wine, if you love the wine, go to Fogo.
Okay.
You go to Fogo, you go hike into the volcano, you stay in Chang. It's like beautiful because you can actually like stay in Chão das Caldeiras. There's like a nice hotels there, and there's like beautiful people. They're like very beautiful people. I like people from Fogo.
Mm.
Yeah, I like very people. Actually, my son is from Fogo.
Oh, so not too biased.
Yeah, no, I'm not biased. But like, yeah, they're beautiful people though.
Mm.
Fogo is beautiful. They have like, as you can see here in the map, the green areas. They produce a lot of like grapes, like apples. They have like a
Mm.
different thing. They like rich because it's a volcano soil. So the volcano soil is very
Yeah.
like fertile. So like, yeah,
Yeah.
they produce a lot of things, especially grapes, and they end up like producing wine. Their wine, there's one that we call manicon. So they produce it like in two types. There's like sweet and sour. So if you don't like too sweet, you get the sour one, which is like great for like both occasions. If you like partying, or if you like just like want to drink like chill and stuff like that. And it has like
Mm.
a beautiful weather. Mhm.
Nice.
And then we have Ilha Brava, my island. I'm not gonna be biased, but like I don't know, but I think like Brava in Santana has the best weather. And then we also called as like the flower island, Ilha das Flores, because we have like
Mm.
all kind of flowers. We have like beautiful flowers, and it's like to not say almost green the entire year, but like yeah, we have, and then we have like natural pool, as you can see here. In we call
Yeah,
the
that looks
neighborhood we
really
call
good.
Pajandagua. Yes, it's like natural pool. Like every Sunday, people go there to chill and have fun, stuff like that. As you can see,
Nice.
this man in the blur in the statue is like Eugenio Tavares, one of like the greatest poets in the entire country.
Okay.
So yes, he's one of the greatest, and he has his house now in Bravo is kind of like a museum. You go there, like you hear a little
Mm,
story about him. Yes, everything. Yeah.
nice.
And we have like what else do we have? We have like nice fishes because like our sea also produce nice fish. I mean the entire Cape Verde, because the ship like all over
Mm,
the place come to like fish in our sea. So we're like rich in our sea is very rich. And moving on, we have our culture, which is I'm about to talk about a little bit of music and a little bit about food. Uh,
nice.
Starting with the music, you say you know Cesare Everett, right? Who knows you
Hmm.
know about who knows who else you know that sings in Cape Verde?
Ui, that might be it.
Just Cesare Everett?
No one that comes to mind. I probably heard some stuff, but like
Never heard
I
about
couldn't tell
like
you any
Lura?
names.
Lura?
No, I don't think so.
She's good in her coladera. She sings like different type
Okay.
of music also. She's like very good. We have Luda. We have hold on, let me just like come back. Okay. So we have like
Okay.
many great singers, right? But like we have
Mm.
Bana, which is like our modern king as well.
Just gonna
Bana,
screen
I
grab
think
this
he's also
page. There we go.
uh,
Carry on.
hold on, let me
I just want to
let
get
me
all those names.
yeah, you have to like it's
Yeah.
just this is just like what, five of them? There's like a lot of them. We have like
Yeah.
all kinds. And this is just like the ones because we only have 1 hour. So I just said, oh, okay.
Mm.
So let me just grab like a few.
Let's go brief.
So
Yeah.
we have Bana. Yes. So you're gonna this is like Fici Facina Trocolanza, his song. Yes. And then we have Cesaria Evra, the song Partida. And she has like I think like all her songs are like masterpiece. Also Bana.
Yeah.
And then we have Il do Lobo, a great singer as well. Lura, she have this Ginga, you know. She's like Sou um Cartinha. I like her song Sou um Cartinha so much, but like she has a lot of like masterpieces as well. And then we have Ferro
Mm.
Gaita, which is this they Funana. They sing and play at the same time. It's like a different rhythm. It's like faster, so they it's like faster dance. Okay, let's go back. So I can you can okay. I think we're starting with Funana. Oh, sorry,
Okay.
with Funana, which is like as I told you, like faster singer. I think there's like a lot of Funana singers, and today we have I forgot how they call it. It's not because I don't like it, it's because it's like too long. I forgot how it calls now, but it's kind of like a different version of Funana, but it's kind of like the same beat and the same way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like it's
But just
so
really
people
long.
especially like in Praia, like
Mm.
you see people dancing like they dance like there's like no tomorrow. Like if you want
Nice.
if you want to hear about Funana, come to Praia. Like they love their Funana. And then we have Morna, which is slower melody. It's kind of like opera. You know about it.
Mm. Mm.
Yes. So it's kind of like very poetic and stuff like that. And sometimes they sing about like the love distance. Like it's kind of like a romantic song and sad song. So they kind of put it like in all the ways, which is like it's so good to your ears because they might sing like for like a son that I never saw, like stuffs like that, and then my distant family that like went away, like lives in America right now. I miss them. I only have to like hear them through the letters, stuff like that. Yeah, it's like so beautiful. Mountains are beautiful. And then we have Coladera, and this guy in the background, he's like so good. His name is like Tito Parish. Yeah, you should look him
Okay.
too. He's good. Yes. And it's kind of like Coladera is kind of like a little bit faster, but like they have like a different rhythm than like Funana. They like
Okay.
it's like really good as well, like really good. And then we have Batuco. It used to be like composed by like as you see in the background. It used to be like composed of like a group of ladies. You see, they're like hitting the I don't know if it's like I forgot how they it calls, but like they just like hit the thing and then sing out loud, and then there's like one in the middle like dancing. It's not like twerking, but like
Mm.
she just like
Mm.
shaking her ass and then like spin
Yeah,
around and then just like shaking her ribs. Yeah,
that's
but like
cool.
it's very beautiful. There's like one place here in Praia. I think they perform like every Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, because like Quintal da Música, it's like well visited by tourists. I don't know if it's every Tuesday or Thursday, but like yeah, they perform that. They perform that there. It's like very culture symbolism there.
That sounds fun.
Yep. Moving on. Okay,
But just before we
comida.
move on, just before we move on
Yeah,
from music, I have a sort of, I think, a rhetorical question from Anne.
yeah.
Will it be fairly compulsory to dance if we go to the islands?
Can you like put that like in a different way?
Yeah,
That question.
I think she's just saying that it sounds like dancing will be quite prominent. If you go to visit, you'll be
Oh
dancing, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Like
Definitely.
you would definitely dance. Like that's like for sure. Like you come to the islands, dance is everywhere. Every restaurant you go, that's like live music and like you see people like dancing. Even though like you don't see people dancing, you can just like stand up and just start dancing. Like everybody just be like joining you or stuff like that. So it's like very like
Nice.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And moving on to the food.
Food.
The food in the background is like our cachupa refogada. Okay. So basically like
I'm not
they
gonna
cook.
lie, it looks very similar to a full English breakfast. I'm seeing beans, bacon, sausage, egg. This looks very
Yeah, it's kind of like
familiar.
beans, corn, and it has like mixed meat. So different people
Mm,
made it different. Okay. And this is
okay.
like kind of, and you can see sausage, but like this is like a chupa from the next day. You cook today, you do it the next day in the breakfast. You kind of like fry it in the pan and stuff like
Got
that.
you. Yeah,
So
yeah.
some people like it dry, some people like a little bit like wet. Okay. So they made it like in a different way and they put like sausage and eggs on top of it. Yeah, it's like really good. And then you drink with like your cup of coffee and then you set for the day. You can just like eat dinner tonight like, at night, which is like you'll be like, I'm full for the entire day.
Nice.
So we have cachupa. You see here like
Ooh.
cachupa, like that's like cachupa rica. So we have cachupa, we have xereng, which is base corn. So every food that they kind of like present is like base corn because like corn was like one of the things that like they brought to Cape Verde, and it's like
Mm,
instantly like showed and fed people from like generation till today. It's feeding people.
mm,
Corn is like
mm.
very important to Cape Verde. Corn and beans, yes. So as you see here, cachupa, you have like I'm not like the greatest cook. I don't know how to make cachupa. So, but like it's made of beans, corns, and then you can put like if you don't like meat, you can put like vegetables and stuff like that. So you make as you like it, you know? Yeah. And then like for many people, they cook today, but like they don't eat today. They Friday tomorrow morning and they put like on the fridge. They fry it the next day and like the day before, as it's good as you can as you go. And then you have shirem, okay? And then you have shirem, which is like based corn. It's kind of like corn. How do you used to do shirem in the pilon? Yeah. And then we have totoku. Totoku is like also based corn, which is like corn. They mash the corn until it turns into a flour, right? And
Okay.
then they kind of like made those. They kind of like made these. Okay, these small balls. There's like a longer. They put like all, and then like they mix with the meat, or they mix with the fish. So we say caldo peixe com totoku, which is like fish and totoko. So they boil like fish and stuff, like a lot of veggies, and they put like totoko inside. And I'm not gonna tell you the flavor because you would want to come to Cape Verde like right now. It's so good.
I think everyone is very much in the same place in the chat. Like Yuan says, everywhere in Cabo Verde is so beautiful. Calix of Africa, that sounds cool. I'd love to live that life. And what a fun place. So yeah, you should be working for the tourism board today.
And then we have Jagasida. Okay, so Jagasida, we have like a little bit. You can see this dish is not like entire Jagasida, but it's like, for example, like how you would compose your dish. For example, if you have like a little bit of Jagasida is this one. It's a little bit like lighter and dry, right? But like you can mix it with like caldo de peixe, which is like fish, which like fish. You can put like meat on it, so to make it like a little bit like wet, and then you have like a little bit of like also sheriang. This is like how sheriang would look in your dish, and then you can join it with the beans, right? Oh, sorry, I don't mind. And then there's like meat in here, but like you can also put fish because like if you love, I mean, if you come to Cape, you have to love fish because like there's fish everywhere you go. And there's like a little bit of like the veggies. We also have like a lot of veggies too. We produce
Yeah,
like our own veggies. Yes.
nice.
Yep. So this is basically just some food. Like we have a lot of more, you know. And you come to Cape Verde, you cannot miss that couscous. This is our couscous. You can have
Mm.
like couscous with the honey. You can have couscous with the milk, as you can see here in this picture. It's like
Uh-huh.
couscous with the milk. You cannot miss that. That couscous when it's like out of the fire, really hot and really good. You
Yeah.
cannot miss that. You have like couscous with the milk. You can dip your couscous into the milk, and it's so good. Or you can eat like that and drink milk, and then you can put like a little bit of honey. Oh my gosh, I cannot forget the butter. When it's like hot and you add like a little bit butter on top and that butter melts on it, it's like it blows your mind. It's like really
I
good.
have a question. It
Yes.
looks solid, but I'm seeing the word couscous and I'm thinking of couscous as in kind of Moroccan tagine, little grains of
Uh
wheat. Is it that or is it something completely
it's kind of
different?
like it's similar like that because like we made it with like corn, so it's like corn flour, right?
Ah, okay.
Yes. You can see like solid, but it's actually soft. It's just
Yeah,
because it
okay,
looks
yeah.
solid because it's how
Interesting.
they made it. This is like where they put couscous, and like this is like they use like cans, big cans, or this is like the modern one. Like this is like how they used to put it, like in the big cans. They put like on the fire. They put like fire, and they put there, and they kind of like and they put water, and they just like with
Mm.
like water vapor that the turn into couscous. Yeah, when you
So it's
cut
kind of
it,
steamed, yeah.
yes, it's so good. Like couscous, it's so good.
Interesting.
Yep. And then we have our gufongo. Okay. So I think in Fogo, there's like island that say funguinho. Okay. In
Okay,
Bravo, we say gufongo. In some islands, I
okay.
think they say funguinho. Okay. But like as you see here, this is like some picture I took on Facebook. Some people are just like bragging about their couscous with their big bottle of milk and the beautiful view. This is like how something like you'd get like coming to Cape Verde. Like you get your chill spot for like a nice
Mm-hmm.
price, and then you just get like you order couscous or whatever. There's like always somebody that's good in making her couscous. And this
Nice.
pastel, you can find people in the street, like in their corner, with their fire, their pan. You want pastel? I'm making you pastel at the same time. But like, of course, they will have like their gloves. They put like everything very like hygienic, so you don't have
Yeah,
to worry about that. So it's like really clean and it's really good. I love pastel.
mm,
Gufongo, there's like gufongo. They made it with the banana. They made it like I like the batata one, batata dosi, which is like sweet potato. Okay, so we have like the gufongo with the sweet potato. It's really good.
that sounds
You eat
amazing.
one, you
Yeah.
want to eat like four,
You want
five,
more and more.
six.
I'll take that tray. That
Yes.
will do for me. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Is
we have like
the
the
yeah.
mhm.
I was just gonna say with the pastel, do they have a filling?
They have a filling. So
Is there
pastelli,
something inside?
yes, yes. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention that. So there's like pastel with the fish inside, or like some people put meat, but like it's most commonly with the fish inside. And they put like a
Ah,
little bit of like malagueta, which is like spice, little bit of it,
yeah,
and then it's so good.
that's cool.
And we have like the two types. Sorry, we have the two types,
Mm,
which is made with the flour and made with like the corn flour, which is like so good. They're both good. I
mm,
eat both of them
mm.
all day. Yep.
And
Moving on.
a quick
Yes.
question on food from Anne. Is it local produce or is much imported?
Uh, I mean, the most corn-based food, we produce our own corn. Okay. And all these
Mm.
foods I
And obviously fish
showed you
is
here, yes, all the foods I showed you here is like produced here. The only things that's like important is like such of like rice. We don't have rice. It's important. It's imported. Like stuff like rice, like some type of fruits. They imported some type of fruits. Yeah, like orange, like stuff like that. We don't have it. So they like imported.
fair enough.
Okay. Like there's like a lot of like the cans product, like there's a lot of like products in the store that's like imported. But
Mm,
like all
mm,
this that I showed you is more like produced here, like corns,
nice.
beans, like meats because like we grow animals like cows, like goats and stuff like that. Yeah. And let's go to moving to fish and agriculture, fishing. So this is how basically like in the first picture is like how we produce like our beans and because we have like two we don't have like four times a year like winter, spring, autumn and summer. So we just divide our like summer and rain season. So, which is like when it's like the end of the summer and the beginning of the rain season, everybody's like cleaning their field in order like to produce. Because like a lot of family, I think still depends on that till today, which is they have to grow in order to produce, in order like to eat, they have sustainability for their own home. And then in the next pictures, for example, like this picture, you can see for example like how it turns out to be, right? Just like green everywhere, like after the rain comes it's just like green and beautiful everywhere. That's like how the name become like Cabo Verde, because like when everybody works in their field and the rain comes, so everywhere is just green. See?
Yeah,
Because
that makes sense.
if you come in the summer, you'd be like, why Cape Verde? And everywhere is dry because it's summertime and there's no rain, so there's no need for you to work in the field if it's not going to grow. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Or
saying?
if you go to the was it Santa Lucia, the desert
Yes.
island?
If you
You'd
go
be
to
like,
Santa
whoa,
Lucia,
where's the where's the verde?
where's the green? Where's the green?
Yeah.
But like the months that's like good if you like rain and like the beautiful of the green of Cape Verde, it would be good for like the end of July till November. Yeah, till November. November we have this thing they call like Todos os Santos, that like every saint, right? So like everybody already like pick up what they planted. So it's a big fast. It's a big fast. It's kind of like you have Thanksgiving, we have Todos os Santos. It's kind of like Thanksgiving in our own way.
Is this like the 2nd of November by any chance?
I think it's the first of the November.
Around, yeah, like it's
Yeah,
All Saints Day, isn't it? Todos os
yeah,
Santos, All Saints.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
Todos os Santos. Oh,
Nice.
you have
Nice.
that. Todos os Santos. That's
I
like.
see it. I see it on calendars. It's like I don't celebrate it in kind of British culture, but yeah, you see it on calendars.
Yeah, yeah. And then this is like, for example, like how, for example, like people that have like their gardening, how they like plant like lettuce, like cucumbers, and then like for example, like if it's not rain season, and then we still have like veggies, like to buy, like we buy veggies like at the store, like that's for example, like they use like irrigation system in order like to grow those veggies, like tomatoes, like lettuce and stuff like that.
Cool.
And then we have the fishing. Yes.
You
Our
need to say
seas like
nothing else. If you start the presentation and tell me there's a sea turtle, that's you got me. Like,
yes, and it's
yeah.
like forbidden. You cannot like it's like forbidden. You can go to jail if you like catch like a turtle.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so they like
Keep them
they're like
alive.
protected by the government. Yes. I think they
Good.
mostly are like in I think Salem Boa Vista. Yeah, you can find them like a lot in Salem Boa Vista. Yeah. Yeah, there's like a sea
Nice.
turtle. Like, yeah, our sea is like actually is very rich. Like, there's like a lot of like countries that actually come here, like China, like Europe, like they come here like actually like to get fish. Like you see, like for
Interesting.
example, like so this is like the boat they go like farther in order like to get the fish. This boat they
Yeah.
stay like in more like in the coast, more safe in the coast.
Yeah.
Yes. And then you see
Yeah.
like for example
Okay.
like sometimes like friends gather, so there's like this season of this like little fish, but it's like so good when it's fried. We call it chicharrinho. It's like so good when we fry it. That's like you can just like eat it with the entire bone. Like it's so good. So you see like how for example like kids are sitting in the shore, like you can just like catch them like that. They're like sometimes
Nice.
like people just go with the buckets and then you catch them with the buckets.
Oh, wow.
That's
There's a
because
lot
they
then.
kind of like in the group. They kind of like travel in the
Yeah.
group. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like so
Cool.
good. Yeah,
Cool.
and yep, that's like a little bit our C. And then moving on, this is like our currency. Like this, as you can see here, this is like our $20, which is like 2,000 escudos. See, like this is at Evra.
With
This is our ten
Cesaria. She's
dollars.
on the money.
Yeah, trust me,
Nice.
she's on the money. She's everywhere. She's out in our hearts too. And then we have
That's
like the
cool.
$2, okay, and then we have like the $5, which is 500, and then we have our $10, which is 1,000 escudos. And then this is a penny, one escudo, a penny, five escudo like 5 cents, 10 escudos like 10 cents, 20 escudo 20 cents, 50 escudos 50 escudos 50 cents, and then we have like $1. This is how our $1 look like. Yep. And then let's dive into Kriolu language.
Ooh, let's go.
Ah. So, what do you comes to your mind when we're talking about Kriolu? You heard the language, the word Kriolu.
Well, instantly, Kriolu as a word sounds very much like Creole. So it kind of gives it away that it's a Creole language straight away, which is helpful to know. Portuguese based because of the history. Other than that, nah, I'm an open book. I'm ready to learn.
Yes. So Criolu is basically like form, as you can read, it's basically formed like with Portuguese based and like from some like enslaved people, because like remember like they enslaved people from different tribes, right? As you come from different tribes, for example, like you don't know what the other tribe talking about and vice versa, and then what the Portuguese are saying to you. So like you just be like what you're talking about. So
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like Criollo, so a common ground to everybody. You see, so everybody can understand each other. So that's how Criollo formed. And nowadays, even though like the Portuguese is like our official language, Cape Verde is like widely spoken. So we use Criollo for everything. Basically, like we use Portuguese just like in schools, like when it's like formal, we use Portuguese. But like our everyday language, it's like Criollo. And the thing about like how the islands is formed, how the islands is like distance from each other. So we have like a slightly different in like the way of like pronounce it. It's basically like you say you're from England, right? If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
like how North England speaks different from like South England. That's
yeah.
exactly because the geographic localization, right?
I
So
was
that's how
wondering,
language.
with them being
Yeah,
islands, I thought there must
yeah.
be.
Because like that's like how language evolves, and like language
Hmm.
like evolves every day. As the new generation come, they implement like different thing. You're like,
Mm.
my grandma didn't even know what is that, because I believe if you're saying your grandma like a modern thing, she's gonna look at you like, where'd you heard that from? You know what I'm saying? So that's basically it. That's like how Cape Verde. So we have a different dialects in a different island, but it's like it's like so weird because like we understand each other. You can be from Santantown and like from Brava. It'd be like slightly different in some stuff they say they implement in their own island that like you might not know, but like they kind of instantly like tell you, and then you'll be like, oh okay. So you'd be
Yeah,
like, so there's no missing communication in there. So
yeah,
everybody understands everybody. Okay.
that's cool.
Yep. And then moving on. So today we're gonna see like a little bit of like Criollo. Not so this is the alphabet, which is the alphabet, but like we're talking about the pronunciation. Because especially when I tutor my class, I would like to focus more in
Mm.
pronunciation, because the alphabet you can just be like, you can just like reading
Mm.
the alphabet, which is easy.
Mm.
So let's go. You can do this like in a second. Like,
All
how do you
right.
think you pronounce ah?
Ah,
Yes, ah. You see, like the fa, ah,
ah,
ah.
yeah,
Exactly.
same. Yeah,
And then
that's
the
a
b,
nice one.
it's kind of like the same in English, like b, like the sound is the same in English. B,
B,
bat.
b.
Yes, the b. And then we have the. See,
Ah, no
the.
C.
Yes, and
Okay.
so this is like a little bit of confusion, because if you have people from like that knows a little bit of Cape Verde in the video, they might be like I saw seeing somebody writing C, but like in the other pack, it stated that like it's C is there, but like it's pronounced as K. Okay, so
Mm.
because like we tend to make it like as easy as possible. So the C
Mm.
and the Q, you can see here the Q, right, is pronounced like
Mm.
K, the K. Okay,
Oh yeah.
the
Okay. Yeah,
K.
yeah.
Exactly. So why we have three letters with the same sound if they pronounce the same,
If there's already
right?
two, yeah,
So we just
yeah.
like use the K. But like if you're talking with some people from Cape Verde on the internet or something, or you see something online or stuff like that, they normally use K, they normally use C, I mean. Because sometimes like the Portuguese knowledge interferes with like the Criollo.
Mm.
And the
Mm.
Criollo,
Mm.
so we don't have like a grammar per se.
Yeah.
So that's why people tend to like write it like more like kind of, we say aportuguesado, which is like Portuguese per se. So people tend to mix up like the Portuguese and Creole by writing. Okay.
That makes
Moving
sense.
on. Yep. And then the letters, for example, like it's not
Huh.
because not to use, but like yeah, it's all explaining here.
You knew I was
So
going to
because
ask.
yeah, so we have the k because and sometimes so this C is because we have this the letter C cedilha, which is a C with a thing underneath in Portuguese. Okay, so because we say caça, which is like hunt. It's spelled like C-A, the C with the thing underneath. It is like C cedilha and A. But like if you say in Kriolu, caça, you're writing as you do like K-A-S-A.
Yeah.
So going to be caça.
Oh, that is a great thing about Creole
Yeah,
languages, right? Like
yes.
face value.
Yes, and then for example, like a lot of people will be like, "But that's his casa" when I pronounce that. But like casa, as you see, as you heard the sound, casa. So what letter will come there
So is that going to be
instead of
like a
s?
kaza?
Casa,
It's like a z, a
casa.
z.
Yes, the z.
Yeah,
It's not the, it's the z sound. Casa.
yeah.
Yes. And per se, we don't have the W, but like some you see some people names Wagner in their ID, for example, Wagner in their ID, because but like as actually sometimes like you hear people calling him Wagner. See, the Wagner, yeah. And the Ypsilon, if I'm not mistaken, some people have as like for example like as ant as E, and some people just put the E, or some people put in Portuguese the A, but like without the thing on top. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, so that's like the add, and
Yeah.
then we have the sounds. This is like the important sounds when you want to be like fluent in Criollo. This sound is like very important. Because we have the nya sound, which is kind of like canyon. You see canyon. You have the nya
Canyon.
in the canyon,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah. This is I think this is like the closest like pronunciation I've found in English, and then you found the nya sound. See, and then you have the lia, pronounced like lion, like
Lia,
million.
lia,
Yeah,
lia.
exactly, like lia. But it's mostly common found like in the months, like July, which is Julio. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, and then we have the ch, is the same thing as the ch in English. Okay? The same sound, like chair.
Sure. Sure.
Yes, and we have chow, which is by chow, chair.
What was
Same sound.
X on its own? Just to
Huh?
go back briefly. What
Sh,
was X on its
sh,
own? Sure.
sh,
Okay.
sh.
So this is a
So we have the
sure.
ch
That makes
and the
sense.
sh. Yes, and we have the DJ. It's like, for example, like you have the J, judge,
Yeah.
but like our je alone, our J alone is je, like in measure, like in measure. Our J alone, but like out here we be judge. If you tell like a person with no knowledge of English to write a judge, they would like put the DJ in front, the j sound, because
Yeah.
that's the sound.
Hearing them side by side, you can really hear the difference in the English
Yes,
examples you give.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly, like the j. And then we have this is vowel like I, oi, eu, and ow. Okay. And moving on, example. So how do you say good morning? You can use this.
Bom dia.
Yes, bon dia. That's
Yeah.
exactly
Okay.
the sound. Bon dia. That's exactly so. You see, you're becoming like fluent in Creole like in a second.
Well, I speak Portuguese. I have a head start.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's so you have like a cheating code.
Yeah.
And let's go. Try this one. Road,
So
which is mhm.
caminho. Caminho.
Yes. Remember the double O in English. What is the sound?
Caminho.
Exactly. That's exactly the pronunciation.
Caminho.
Caminho. Caminho. Yes. And then we have sabe. So in different islands we say to know different, not different, but like some islands say saber,
Mhm.
unsaber, I know. In Praia they say unsabe, so that's why you have unsabe, to know and to taste, but sometimes you see saber. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, so you have the sabe, to taste. Oh, sasabe, que comida sasabe, that food is delicious. Sabe, sabe.
Sabi.
Yes. And this is a little bit of this is important as well because in Sotavento Island we use sta, okay? In the Barlavento they use tita. For example, like in the
Ah.
verb to be, we have the permanent, which is a. For example, like, oh, I am a teacher. Mi é professor. Mi é professor. And then, for
Mhm.
example, if like I have like a mood swing, right now I'm happy, but like later I'm sad. So right now, está feliz. Está feliz. But like in Barlavento Islands, which is São Vicente till Boa Vista, they say antita. As you can see, oh, they say antaflish. Antaflish. Okay.
Anta
But like
feliz.
it's, yeah, it's crazy. That's why, like, for example, like it's kind of crazy, and a lot of people be like, "What the heck?" Because like ta is something that like reflects in the future. Like, and ta is kind of like I will, and ta by. It's kind of like I will go. You see, but like
Mm.
anta, but like for example, like in this Barlavento Island, they say anta flish at the exactly moment, so it's not reflecting like something in the future. So that's kind of like the little bit of confused, and why tie is there, you see.
Mm.
But like tie is weird because tie is not part of the conjunctions.
Mm.
Yeah, because like if you go deep into Kriolu and kind of like you come and learn with me, you see like that tie is not like part of the conjunctions.
Yeah.
See,
Interesting.
it's like,
Interesting.
yes. Because like the verb to be is divided like in a, which is the permanent
Mm.
state, stuff that, for example, like you are, as it's explained here, the permanent qualities or like identities. For example, like
Mm.
say mi è di brava, I'm from Brava, mi è di brava. You see, it's like me or a me. See?
Mm.
Yes. How do you say this? How do you pronounce it?
Which one?
This I'm happy.
I'm happy. So, enta
Mm-hmm.
feliz.
Mm-hmm. Ntaflish. This is like how they would
Ish.
say like in Barlavento Island, they say ntaflish. Ntaflish.
Enta feliz.
Yes,
Enta
ntaflish.
feliz.
And other examples, you see, some islands also like in the Barlavento, they say am taflish, or antaflish, or am taflish,
Uh-huh.
which is the both that and means I. See? And for example, like the
Mm.
verb to be, the I am, so it's here, the ta. See? Am
Yeah, the tita.
taflish. Am taflish. Exactly, the tita. In some, for example, like if I say I'm going home, you see, I'm going home, and tita va pa casa. This is how like they would say it, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
Because like
Okay.
my friend is more like from Barlavento, from Sotavento part, so I know like kind of a little bit of few people from like Sotavento Island. So it's kind of like I
Mm.
know a little bit about it, to dive
Mm.
deep into it. That's why I tutor more like Criollo from like Santiago Islands, and mainly like kind of mix Santiago with Brava Islands and some slight stuff from Fogo. I do like a little bit of like every island.
Yeah.
And
I think it's
then how
good
do
to
you
get
pronounce
that
it?
overview.
Yeah.
Okay, so we would have amta feliz,
Yes, I'm
and
Taflish.
tita va pa casa,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
mi é professora.
Yes. For example, like minha professora, if you like, for example, like a lady teacher. See, if it's a man teacher, professor. Yes, because here we genderize. In some professions, we genderize. For
Yeah.
doctor, we say doctor for men, and we say doctora for women.
Okay. Yeah.
See, doctor, just with the R in the end, and doctora with the A in the end.
Doctor, doctora.
Yeah, exactly. Professor, professora.
Mm.
And then from the sotavento, we use sta. You see? Anstabay. Anstabay. I'm going or I'm coming. Anstabay. For example, like anstabay loja. I'm going to the store. We say anstabay loja. Anstabay means like, okay, here the I am is indicating like it's mostly like because sta represents the act, the continuous action. You see? For example, like the stuff that like you didn't do yet, but like you're about to do, or the stuff like you're currently doing. See? I
Is
didn't
the
go to the store
sta
yet, but I'm going.
like it's like
Mhm.
I think it's the same in Portuguese. The infinitives are ser and estar. Is that what it is in
Yes,
Portuguese, or is that
exactly.
just
That's
yeah?
exactly what it is. In
Yeah.
Portuguese, is ser or estar. In Creole, it's e or sta. Exactly. That's like a good point, like you highlighted. Thank you. And the pronunciation would be, can you read it for me?
Insta by.
Yes. You see?
Yeah.
I say bye. That's a sound
By.
in English, like bye, 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 bye. See? This is not by the child. Our bye is ciao.
Ciao. Oh, easy.
Yes, ciao. We say ciao is like bye, see you later. We say ciao, te logo.
Te lo like a te logo.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly, yes.
Okay. Cool.
And then some of example, instead trabalha, I am working. I
Insta
am working.
trabalha.
So yes. You see how it's like a capitalized here? So though you go high here and then you come low. So trabalha,
Okay.
trabalha.
Trabalha.
Exactly.
Nice.
Mhm. And then we have ele está na casa. Okay. So el in our pronouns, we don't genderize. So el is for he and she. And we don't have it. Okay.
Okay.
It
Super.
sometimes we say kuza, or sometimes we name the object, or like sometimes we name the animal.
But in
Yes.
general, L. Yeah. Nice. Él está
So
na
how do you pronounce
casa.
this? Good job. El está na casa. You see, you had the pronunciation like, even though you have the cheat code, you're pronouncing really good.
Thank you. How do
And
I
then
say
here
thank
you can
you?
see the A. Hey, thank you. Obrigado.
Oh, okay. Obrigado.
That's like the
Obrigado.
same as Portuguese. No, in your
But
case,
with
you say obrigada.
okay, so it is okay.
Because
Obrigada.
you're
Okay.
yes, because you're a woman, so you say
Ye-
obrigada. Me as a man, I would say obrigado.
So it's
Yes.
do, not do
Yes.
for you.
No,
Yeah.
it's do. It's soft. Even though in
Interesting.
Portuguese,
Yeah.
soft.
Really
Yes.
soft.
Ele
Cool.
é médico. Here I don't even
Ele
have, you
è
see,
medico.
yes, and this is like funny because you see how my Portuguese influenced it here. Because I wouldn't use like K and U, which is would be like médico in Criollo. You see? This is how like our Portuguese like influences like in also like in way of like writing once you go to school, like stuff like that.
Mm, mm.
Yeah. Because here I would take the K out and put this I would take the C out and put the K and then put the U. So it'd be like 100% English, I mean Criollo. And this is kind of like
Yeah.
how I told you, Portuguesado, which is like Portuguese.
Yeah. It's all there. Yeah.
Yes. And she's a doctor. The pronunciation would be,
Ele è medica.
yes,
Yeah.
medica. Good job, medica. And then he is,
Ele è medico.
yes, medico.
Medico.
soft,
Cu.
soft. Yes.
Medico. Medico.
Medical. Yes, medical. And then I'm from Brava.
Miede brava.
Say it. I am from England.
Miede Inglaterra.
Yes, good job.
Ooh,
That's
okay.
exactly how we say it. Mied Inglaterra. So the difference between minsta feliz and mie feliz, it's like, for example, like if you like genuine a happy person, you can say it, me é feliz. But like if you're just like happy at the moment, you say está feliz.
Uh-huh.
This is like the
Okay.
difference because a lot of people would see this and be like, why not stay in A? And why not? And they would be like a little bit confused.
I
Like
love it
once you
though. I
put
love that different meaning that we just don't have in English without adding extra
yeah,
words. Yeah.
exactly. And it's so confused because like there's like some sentence you actually twisted. The back from the English would come like to the front, and the front goes to the back, and then you'll be like, why
Yeah.
am I even learning this? It's so confusing. It's actually fun though. Like learning a new language is actually fun. Yeah. And then we have the greetings.
Okay. Hola.
Hmm.
Oi.
Yes, hola is more Portuguese. Say oi, like hi, oi, or hola,
Okay.
hola, oi. Yeah. Then we have the good morning,
Bom,
which is
bom dia.
bom dia. The good afternoon,
Boa tarde.
the good night.
Boa noite.
Yes, this is our goodbye. You see our goodbye?
Ciao.
Even though that's like not TCH, that's supposed to be like, that's like one way people spell ciao, but like the original way, you'd be like the TX. Okay? But like that's
Ah,
like
okay.
one way. That's like one
That's
way
an
people would
example.
write ciao. Yes. But like the other way
Yeah.
would be like the TX. So has the same thing as the ch.
Would
You
that
see?
be then TXAU?
AU. Exactly.
That's a
So the
cool
ciao.
looking way to spell ciao. I'm going to
Yeah.
start
And then
spelling
you
it like
have
that, confusing people.
yes, exactly. Exactly. I'm breaking
Oi.
everything in here. And then we have atelogo, or we say atelogo or telogo. Or sometimes we just take the
Ah,
a out. Just be like
sort of
telogo or telogo.
te logo.
Yep. Yeah. Telogo. And then we have welcome to a man,
Bem-vindo,
to a
bem-vinda.
woman. Exactly. And there's like some actually I have a auntie that her name is Benvinda.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a cool name.
Yeah. She has like a
Nice.
welcome, Benvinda. Yep.
Yeah. It would suck if
Yep.
you weren't a friendly person, though. If that was your name and then you were like just
Oh
really
yeah.
not really unwelcoming.
Oh yeah. And then, for example, like we have some common expressions and polite words. As you see, like please, how do you say please?
Por favor.
Yep. It's the same thing, same as Portuguese. Thank you.
Obrigado.
Hmm.
Obrigada. Obrigada.
Exactly.
Sorry.
You're welcome.
De nada.
It's more
Is
like
it more
double E.
de? De
Exactly.
nada.
Exactly. Excuse me.
Com licença.
Exactly. Com licença. I'm sorry.
Desculpa.
Yes. Disculpa. And yes.
Sim.
No.
Não.
It's more like now. Now. It's more
Não.
like
Não.
yeah.
Kind of catchier.
Yeah.
Não. Okay.
Yes. Now. Can you help me?
Pode. Oh no.
DJ, the
You.
DJ, remember?
So it's judge. So it's
Yeah.
pudi.
Uh-huh.
Judame. Judam.
So
Judam.
this is the prefix I, can you help me? So this is the This is the me. So this is the prefix, which is like later, like people would understand, which is like, for example, like help me. So we say judang. See, judang,
Oh,
judang.
pude
Ju,
judam.
yes, we put it judang. Like, can you help me? See, I don't understand.
Nka entende.
Yes, okay, entende. Good job. How much does it cost?
Quanto é?
You see how long sentence in English turn like into a two words in Kriolu?
Way better in Kriolu.
People will be like,
How much
what?
does it cost?
Where all the
Yeah,
other words went?
yeah.
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 It's so funny because like language is like so complex, and especially like there's like some stuff in other language you cannot translate to a different language. So that's why there's no literally like the translation. So you have to just like take it and made it like in a ways for like people to understand in other language.
Mm.
Yeah, because if you go like to the translation itself, you see like there's like words like there's no in the other language. It doesn't.
Yeah.
So you go like to what is close to it. Cantu.
Yeah.
So cantu is like how much.
Yeah.
It's like it's basically like what it says. How much is?
Yeah. How much
You see
is?
how much
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
How much does it
Yeah.
cost? We don't. Or canto custa. To say that we would say canto que custa. Okay.
Mm.
Or how much this cost, you'll be like canto que lhe custa. You see, if I like literally translate it, would be like canto que lhe custa. So to say like
Mm.
simple way, you went to the market here, you grab a fruit,
That's the one.
canto é. You see, canto
Canto
é.
é.
They'll
That's the
be
one I
telling
want.
you
Yeah.
like,
Simple.
they'll be like telling you like, oh, 12 mil escudo. You go like, oh, Cesare Evra? Yes. Because Cesare Evra,
Oh,
like
okay.
it's
I will.
only,
Yeah.
you like, you just had like the
Nice.
Cesare Evra one, you see? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then moving on, and some examples of like, this is like a, just like a superficial one, okay? For example,
Mm.
like let's go home. In Bravo, it'd say no vai casa. In praia, não sei
Mm-hmm.
no vai casa. In Maio, no vai casa. Okay, no vai. You see,
Mm-hmm.
Santiago and Maio, they have like more strong way of saying like no vai. In Bravo, we say more soft like no vai, no vai. You see, no vai. In praia, they say no
Mm.
vai, no vai. In
Mm.
Fogo Island, they don't say nu, so they say duba. Okay, even though
Yeah.
Dubai, some people say Dubai casa, some people say Dubai casa. They don't put the I in the end, so they say Dubai casa, Dubai casa. See, Dubai casa. In Barlavento, they say no ba pa casa, no ba pa casa.
Yeah.
See, no ba
Keeping
pa
in the
casa.
pa.
Yeah, no ba pa casa. So pa is more like so pa is like to or for
Mm.
from,
Mm.
to or from.
It's kind of
I
like
think so.
para, like we're going for
Yeah.
home, to the home.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
So,
cool.
which is like in, I think in Barlavento Island, if I'm not mistaken, they use it like more than like in Sotavento Island, because we tend to say like more directly. I'm going to the doctor. We say "Insta by doutor." We don't say "Insta by pa
Mm.
doutor," but sometimes in Barlavento Island, they would say "Antit ba pa doutor, antit ba pa doutor, antit
Mm.
ba pa hospital, antit ba pa." You see?
Mm.
Sometimes
Mm.
they say it more than we say it. Sometimes like that's why sometimes like if you use it or if you don't use it, it's not wrong. You
Yeah.
see? So it tends to be like optional for us.
Fair enough. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And then this is us.
TX, that's the one. That's my favorite thing I've learned. Like
This is the TX. And
TXAU. Ciao.
yes. Ciao.
That is cool.
Goodbye. Yep. And this is a little bit of like our beloved K word. a little bit of like everything. Okay. I hope to see like more people come and visit, and like we very like warm people. We say Morabi, okay, which is like everybody nice, and then it's like a beautiful island. Every island has like, if you come to Sal, you cannot judge the other. You cannot say nothing about the other islands. You have to go in order to say
To
something. You cannot
see.
just say
Yeah.
yes. You have to go to see. You have to go and have fun, and then really know the locals, and like try to be like try to know about that island,
Yeah.
because you cannot go to San Vicente. And even though the Santanton that's the neighbor, you cannot talk about Santanton because you don't know Santanton. You see,
Mm, mm,
you've never
mm.
been to Santanton to know the locals and to know a little bit of the story of Santanton. Okay,
I
and
love that there's all these
Santanton,
identities. It's so cool.
yeah, we have like a
Mm,
one identity with like different personalities. As I
mm,
mean, yeah,
mm.
I mean this is us. This is Cape Verde.
I love it. I love it. All of these sessions, I feel like people watching will probably feel the same if they've seen at least a couple. It
Yeah,
feels like I'm just adding languages I want to learn to that list, places I want to
yeah,
go to that list. Like
yeah.
it's been so, so
Exactly.
good.
If you want,
There are
if
a
you want,
couple of
like,
questions. Yeah, sorry, go
okay,
on.
sorry. No, go
Yeah,
on.
there's just a couple of questions left in the chat before we wrap
Okay.
up. I've got about 5 more minutes. Any Portuguese words you might use that mean something different in Cape Verde?
Um, it's so crazy because if you talk Portuguese, people would understand you perfectly.
Yeah, yeah. So
So
no
you
one's
coming here with
gonna.
like no. If you come here,
Yeah,
you talk
yeah.
in Portuguese, everybody would know because we have like Portuguese that's like living here right now, and like
Mm,
now, like back in the days, we would have like less educated people, but like since like the generation comes and everything, so people are like more knowledgeable and more like educated. So now people like would understand more. Like so, the Portuguese
nice. That's
known
really
in
cool.
Portuguese and like Kriolu is actually doesn't have like a much impact, but like some stuff it does because like not as many, because if you like go deep in the locals, like talking to like actually really elderly people, some of them like are not like didn't go to school and stuff like that, so they would be like a little bit lost. So knowing Creole would be like much better like to come and visit Cape Verde.
Mm, wonderful. Next question from Joanne. Was it difficult to know both Portuguese and Criollo growing up?
Actually, no, because like Creole, you're born with it. Everybody's talking Creole around you, so there's no
Yeah,
way. It's kind of like you're born in England. You see,
yeah.
like you're born in English, you already know English. So, for example, like you don't have to go to school to learn it. But like Portuguese is like something you acquire at school. So it's more like formal. But like all the
Mm,
locals in every island, it's more Criollo based. But like Portuguese is
mm,
something like you learn at school, and then we have English and French, which is like optional in high school. Either you choose English or either you choose French, but like it's not like widely spoken as Portuguese. Most of the people
yeah,
know Portuguese. Yeah.
yeah. Cool, thank you. And I think there's one more. Do you need to say por favor and obrigado, obrigada, whenever you ask for something like we do in English? So the
Yes,
usage is the
it's like
same of these
it's
and thank you.
basically the way of like you being polite.
Yeah, okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
it's being polite. It's exactly like in English. And then, for example, like for us, like as we talk like to elderly people, we call them like nyo for like elders, and then we say nya for like elder women, and nyo for older men,
Mm.
shown as like respect, as like sir or like miss, like.
Yeah, nice. And then the final question from Anne is how many written accent markers are used, if any? I haven't seen any. Do you have
How
any?
many?
Actually, you mentioned about the C with the
Oh
cedilla
yeah,
underneath. Do you have
yes, yeah.
any?
No, actually, it's like for example, like the way I teach, I normally like don't include it because it's kind of like a little bit like confused because Creole it's not like
Mm,
a, even though we write it, we've written songs and everything, but like it's not like like a grammar book about it. So that's why I then like to teach like the way I teach, like through pronunciations. And then like in there, I would like specify more like when to use it and where not to use it. You know.
Yeah.
But like
Okay,
yes,
cool.
there's like a ton of it.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And that was it. That's all the questions we have in the chat. Thank you so much.
Yeah. No,
Obrigada.
thank you guys for like trying to learn a little bit about our beautiful island. It's kind of like a heaven, like hidden in the coast of Africa, you know, and our beautiful mother continent. Yep, Africa is like
So yes.
rich of like history, like every country with like his own like uniqueness, like
And I think as
so.
well, it's really easy to forget the islands in that as well. When we think of Africa as like the continent, the landmass, it's easy to forget about Cape Verde and
Yeah,
Madagascar, and you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
because like if you
yeah.
actually, sorry, if you actually like go in the map, you don't see like in old maps, you see Africa, but like you don't see Cape Verde. You
Yeah,
don't
you
see
got to
like
zoom
the
in.
small islands. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you have to like zoom in
Yeah.
like really close. Where is Cape Verde? That's why a lot of people
Oh, nice.
don't know about it. You know?
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm. Oh, wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you. There's some nice
No.
thank you comments coming in. I'll let you read them after, Lucas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you
Obrigado
guys
and
for being
ciao.
here. Ciao,
Thank you.
ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.